Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's talk about Beterbiev versus Bivol, the rematch in Saudi Arabia on the 22nd of February 2025. Now before we do that, if you enjoy the content we create on this channel, please do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe and leave your comment section below because I really appreciate how you help grow this channel. Now, I title this fight When Fire and Water Collide because I just feel like Beterbiev is fire, Bivol is water. Beterbiev is an absolute wrecking machine. He's an absolute wrecking ball. And I just feel like he just need a second in a fight where his opponent is not paying attention and he's going to take his head off. And then with Bivol, cool, calm, collected, incredible boxing IQ, and he would just take you apart bit by bit in a fight and defeat you. So I think is the perfect combination for a fantastic fight. Now, this fight is for the purist. I have not heard any casual boxing fans talking about this fight, and that's because it's not for them. This is for the purist boxing, hardcore boxing fans, those like us that want to watch the best fight the best with no hype, with no nonsense. Two champions, two incredible, remarkable fighters that want to get in the ring and have a fight, and we want to see that. And this is that fight that I'm very, very excited about. Now, I thought the first fight was Bivol's fight. I thought Bivol won that fight. Now, I'm not gonna scream on the rooftop that it was a robbery, because it was not a robbery, but it was a fight that I thought the judges had wrong, because I thought although, Beterbiev was the one putting the pressure on Bivol, Bivol nullified all of Beterbiev's, strengths. I thought the fight went the way I predicted to go in the first fight. I thought, Bivol just cool, calm and collected. His, range control is fantastic. His footwork, incredible. His jab was fantastic in that fight. And he controlled the fight really, really well. Beterbiev just couldn't get the opportunity to plant his feet and let the bombs go. Because we know that with Beterbiev, the way he wins fights and the way he sort of dominates his opponents is when he had someone in front of him that wants to bang with him. If you want to bang with Beterbiev, you're always going to come up second best because his will and desire to win is so great. For example, in that, Anthony Yarde fight, Yarde hits hard and Yarde is a massive, fighter as well. And, in that ring, you could see that the size difference, but Beterbiev was just so imposing. He's a wrecking ball, it's like a wrecking machine that Yarde could not take his power, could not take the fact that he's got the much bigger heart, to much bigger will in that fight. So with Beterbiev, a small mistake and you're done in the ring. With Bivol now, he breaks you down with his boxing IQ, with his footwork in and out, cutting off. And, he's here, he's there, and he's nowhere. It's really hard to pin him down. And that is what I think Beterbiev was not able to do in the first fight. And that was to pin down Bivol and let the big shots go. And he was not able to do that. And I feel like in this fight, it's going to go the same, actually. I think this fight is going to go similar to the first fight. And I think it's up to Beterbiev to up the ante. I think it's up to Beterbiev to do something different, because Bivol is going to do the same thing that he did in the first fight and even more. And I don't know if Beterbiev has the footwork and the boxing IQ. Don't get me wrong, he's a great boxer, Beterbiev. I think he's a very good boxer and doesn't get the credit he deserves for having a very good jab, good footwork, good foot speed in terms of getting to the target quicker. I don't think he gets the credit for having that. But I don't know if that is on the level of what Bivol brings into the ring. So I think it's going to be a fascinating fight in terms of the way Beterbiev goes about, breaking Bivol down and dismantling him. And I think for Bivol, he needs to do the same thing that he did last time, but he needs to be much more alert, and he needs to do it, at a higher pace, and he needs to do it more, because I don't know what the judges saw in their first fight to say that Beterbiev won that fight, because I feel like Bivol just took everything away from Beterbiev. His jab was better. He landed the better shots. He landed the more, scoring shots. And he should have won that fight. So I think Bivol just needs to do more of what he's doing, or what he did in the last fight, and he needs to do that correctly. And I think, if he does that, it will be difficult for Beterbiev to overcome the boxing IQ, the movement, the herky jerky, the in and out, the illusion that Bivol brings into that ring is so tricky, and is so really difficult to get your head around and pin him down and to land your shot. So I think he needs to do that more. It's a fascinating fight. I just hope that we have fair judges in this fight, because this is not one of those fights where I don't think there's going to be a knockout or a knockdown. I'll be surprised, because although the likelihood of a knockout being happening in this fight would come from Beterbiev, I think that he won't have the capability and the know-how to be able to land that shot on Bivol, because Bivol will not be stationary to be able to land that shot on. So I think this fight goes to the distance. I still think that Bivol wins this fight, no matter how it plays out. I think he won the first fight, as I've said it already, but I think he wins this fight as well. And I'm just hoping that the judges are fair. I'm hoping that the judges are correct. I'm hoping that the judges actually know what they're watching and pay attention to what they're watching, because it's easy to, look at the guy that's putting the pressure on the other guy and go, he's winning because he's putting pressure. The other guy is retreating, or he's moving, or he's on his bicycle. But, the judges need to look at the fighter that is throwing the most, telling punches, right? The punches that are, winning, the punches that are, having effect in the fight, the punches that are, allowing the other guy to work so hard because they need to work themselves into a position to be able to land a shot. And that's what, Beterbiev was doing. He was working so hard to get into a position to be able to land his shot, because Bivol was not allowing him to plant his feet. And so I think Bivol, in any way how you spin this, was winning that first fight, and he won the first fight. So I hope the judges are fair in this fight, because it's going to be a fascinating chess match sort of fight as it goes on and until it ends. And I'm really, really excited about it. But I'm very, very excited to know what you guys think about this one, because I think it's fascinating. What do you think about the first fight? Who do you think won the first fight? And what do you think about this second fight? And how do you think this fight is going to play out? Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Always subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support. Like this video so the channel keeps growing. And I'll see you guys on the next one.